Yes. Here we go. Back on the scene. We So Classic podcast brought to you by WeSoClassic.com. It's your man Dee Dame in the building.
It's your boy Lou Hall in the building.
Aha.
Yeah. Your boy Prez is in the house.
What's poppin'? It's your boy Recess live at the picnic.
Yo, my brothers.
You still there, son?
I'm still there, my nigga. I'm still there.
Oh, man. That's what's up.
Oh, my God.
Yo, man, what's going on, my brothers? Episode 101. We on the other side, man.
Word, yo.
We in syndication, yo.
What's up? We made it. We made it.
Big shout out to everybody that's watching this on YouTube, man. We are now on YouTube. You can see us every week, see our beautiful faces and shit every week, man, on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
I wouldn't say beautiful for all of us.
Hey,
you got that right, Prez.
Don't get me started early on you, man. Don't get me started, man. So what's going on, my brothers, man? How y'all week, man? How your weekend been? I don't know. How y'all life been? How y'all life been and shit, man?
Life is good, man. We just came home from just some thing on the weekend, you know what I'm saying? Some little get together, some little kickback on the weekend, some type of picnic, you know what I'm saying?
Something like that.
Something like that, you know what I'm saying?
Word, yo. It was a beautiful time, man. I brought my picnic basket and my blanket and all that, but come to find out, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't that type of picnic.
Okay. Should have bought your poncho and shit, really.
Although I did see a lot of people that did bring their picnic basket and their blankets and camp out.
That is true.
Yeah. I couldn't do that though. I was like, ain't no way.
A little too much. Too much, man.
But when Al Qaeda Jada came out, everybody had to pick up. Everything came off the floor.
Definitely gonna get into that shit, man. But big shout out to everybody that's checking us out, man. We also on SkyhawkRadioNC.com.
Yes,
Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to everybody, man. Episode 100, man. We recorded episode 100. That was the official first time we all recorded together in the same room and shit, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It was dope. It was dope. It came out so fucking dope, man. Everybody was saying like they was loving the sound and shit, and we came out hot, man.
That's what's up. That's what's
going on, man. So what's going on? What's up with y'all, man? How y'all been since we got back and shit, man? Everybody back to normal, back to life and shit.
Yeah, man. Back to reality, back to the grind.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything is how we left it and shit.
Basically,
you know what I'm saying? The same chaos and controversy still going on.
For that short moment in time, man, we was able to forget all that bullshit.
Exactly. You know, we was in our little hip hop hemisphere, you know, where we was able to vibe with like-minded individuals, you know, for the love of the culture and shit.
Yes,
so
indeed. Yes,
it was good. It was good times, man.
That's what's up, man. We had a good time too. Like you said, people that was like-minded. We're gonna get into it. So we also met another whole group of people that was in Philly for another reason, and it was so dope how we vibe with them too, man. So the same weekend we there for the Roots picnic, man. They had a whole group right across the street from my hotel. What was it like? They had like a big. What was it?
The amphitheater.
The amphitheater had a big Grateful Dead concert and shit, man. Big Grateful Dead weekend.
It's a two-night festival.
Two-night festival for the Grateful Dead. Yeah, at the same exact time, like right down the street, man. And all of us were just vibing, man. It was so dope, yo.
Yeah,
a lot of the attendants most of the attendants of the Grateful Dead concert stayed at our same hotel, like you said, and were very strong on their opinions when you ask them about the concert. I think it was me. I heard somebody that I was talking to said that John Mayer is part of the Grateful Dead, and for those old school folks, you know, traditionalists to Grateful Dead music, they do not appreciate John Mayer fucking up their shit.
Man, I don't know how they. I don't know much about the Grateful Dead, their music and all that. I know it was a huge following. They have a huge, like, I guess you could say, cult following, or a huge fan base. Maybe is a better way to say it. But I just don't see John Mayer as being somebody that's affiliated with Grateful Dead music.
Word.
You know what I mean? I don't know how he ended up being the becoming the guitarist for that group, but yeah, a lot of people wasn't too happy with him.
Like I said, they voiced their opinion on that shit, right?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
like,
for sure.
you don't know much about Grateful Dead. You eat Ben and Jerry's?
Yeah. Other than Jerry Garcia. I know they got the name the Cherry Garcia. I know they got the name from Jerry Garcia. But shit, that's pretty much all I know about them dudes, man.
Yo, they put out some dope music, man. They put out some dope music, especially for that time. Like I'm saying, like that old. I don't know how to even categorize it. It's like, I mean, it's good. Just good rock music and shit, man.
Okay.
And I really got one of them recently. I started watching the show on Netflix called Freaks and Geeks. They had a whole episode dedicated to them going to like about this Grateful Dead album. So one of the greatest albums of all time. And then I started looking it up, and it's on all the lists of like greatest albums of all times. And I checked it out. It's dope. I was like, okay, that's what's up.
Okay.
It's a big shout out to all those people we met, man.
Yeah, because they all came from that culture, Prez.
Yeah,
you know, they all came from that 1960s California vibe.
Love, peace.
You know, and a lot of
stoners.
Now, Prez, you don't see a correlation between that. That was like they said that love, peace, and that's in like probably like the 60s, 70s, and then we get into like the early hip hop, like the Zulu Nation type of shit and shit. You know what I'm saying? And love, peace, unity, all that good stuff, man. Kind of, vibe.
Yeah. That was the theme early on when it came to hip hop in the early days. It was definitely a music that was, intended to bring people together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And inform the people and whatnot. And it was definitely love and peace, and because the whole point of it was like Africa Bambaataa was to end that whole gang culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Bring the gangs together, and form up and click up and go up against the real enemies. You know what I mean? So I see it, I think obviously the conditions were different, you know what I'm saying? With the young cats that were doing hip hop back then, they were growing up in the ghetto, you know what I'm saying? And poverty and crime, you know what I'm saying? So that's probably the main difference between the young fans of the Grateful Dead concerts and whatnot.
Right.
But they got a strong following though.
Oh my god.
Strong.
People used to follow them all across the country and shit, man.
All across the country, that's right. They used to literally follow the tour bus. And wherever the tour bus went, they'd be right there with them. Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, talk about dedication, man.
That's what's up. Imagine having that kind of fan base, man. That shit is dope, man.
I can't even think of who in hip hop would command that kind of
Eminem
fan base, though.
Maybe
Eminem, possibly.
Like early M.
Early M, possibly. Maybe DMX when he was in his heyday.
Okay, you think people will follow DMX from state to state and shit?
Possibly.
Could be.
Yo, I saw Hard Knock Life. I'm sorry.
That's it?
What's that mean?
The movie. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw Hard Knock Life, the movie, the tour.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you know what was happening.
No, we don't.
Elaborate.
You want to elaborate?
What's going on?
There were busloads of people and a cult following to each city on that tour.
So
that wasn't a cult following. That was a groupie following.
Well, there you go. If you know exactly what I'm talking about, Prez, feel free to elaborate to the
people. Are you doing your fucking taxes or some shit? What's going on?
He said, "What?
What the fuck are you doing? Shit, what are you
Yo,
looking
look like
at?
you punch your numbers, son, for real.
You know we on video, right?
I know we on video."
That was the day that he nigga put his hat over his eyes and he's looking down for like a fucking first 20 minutes. What the hell is going on? It's a new era, baby.
He's
I know it is. It is a new era. It is a new era.
He's reviewing his bank statement
after the weekend and shit, man.
I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, since we're live, you know what I'm saying, let some people know that we're live, you know what I'm saying, and get the word out.
That's four, you know what I'm saying. That's four, you know what I'm saying. That was four, you know what I'm saying. That was in one statement. One statement.
That might be a record.
Oh, man.
I don't think so.
Whoa there, Prez. Whoa there.
Anyway,
don't get on me, man. I didn't bring it up.
Oh my God, please stop. Yo, you set yourself up too low. But yo, since we last recorded, man, that was Friday night, man. We recorded episode 100. Episode 100 and shit. And so what the fuck happened since then, man? The Roost picnic was the next day. And then let's talk about it. Let's talk about everything. Let's go in chronological order and shit, man. How we worked it out, man.
Chronological. What does that mean? That means put it in order, huh?
Let's put it in order, B. Put it in order, man.
After you finished recording and pressed the stop button on that after episode 100. I think it was party time.
Ever from that moment on, right? We got the business out the way and shit.
Oh yeah, cause everywhere that my crew go.
The business out the way. But yeah, so we we went to eat. Went to go get something to eat and shit. We ain't gonna front it. It was mad late. We was tired. We had a long ass day on Friday, man. But people that didn't check out episode 100, we had a long ass day. So my man Prez, he hopped on the Iron Horse. So he had a short day. So he don't even count in this equation and shit.
Yeah,
he was in Philly in like 2 hours and shit, man.
No doubt.
my man Recess, he started off in Florida. He drove 9 hours to get to me in North Carolina.
A little bit more.
A little bit more. Wow, like 10 hours to get to me. 10 hours. So Recess got to my crib at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Around 8 o'clock in the morning.
Wow, I left at 9, so that's 11 D.
Damn, you left at 9. Wow.
So that's 11 on the road.
11 on the road.
Probably a good 10 and a half of that driving.
Lord have mercy. So then my man Lou Hall, he came through the Thursday night. He came through to my crib Thursday night. Took him about 3 hours or whatever. He came 3.5 hours. So then me, Lou Hall, and Recess, man, and we hopped in the car, man. We drove another, supposed to be 6 hours. Man, oh man. So what we drove, because we left my crib at like 8:30.
And this is in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Right. And we didn't get to Philly till like 8 o'clock, right? Or was it? It was like after 8.
I want to say, nah. It wasn't.
It wasn't that late.
What time was it?
Maybe about 7.
Okay. So about another 11 hours. So damn, Recess, 22 hours in the car, man.
Let's go. Let's do it. Let's go.
Oh my God, have
you
mercy,
feel me?
Man.
Yo, I appreciate y'all support for real, because I heard it from Lou Hall, Prez, you know, recognizing the troopness, you know what I mean? I mean, I didn't realize, you know what I mean? It's not a big deal, you know what I'm saying? It's what I do, is what I'm built for. I've been doing this, 40 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, man. Since I was in the stroller, I've been rocking, you know what I mean?
Floating, you've been floating up and down 95 in the state.
You got that right.
Sometimes that ain't what he said. He was like, man, I'm so fucking tired, man. I don't know why I did this shit.
Why?
I don't know why I did this shit, man.
Yo, all I know is that this nigga D had me on my knees in front of his car with the Vaseline.
Easy. But yo, man. So like I said, so we recorded Friday night.
Yo, Belly.
When they went to Omaha,
Nebraska, you know what?
We recorded that Friday night, man, and then I'm saying we just chilled out. We didn't do too much that Friday night, man. But you know what? On Saturday morning, y'all. Saturday morning is when we woke up. That's when we got the breakfast on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
We talking to all those people and shit, man.
Yeah, we had a nice little convo with a couple, you know what I'm saying, that was just breaking down to us like about their kids and about their life, and we were just sharing stories or whatever. And you know, in the midst of it, you know, we told them we had a podcast, so they, you know, wanted to check us out and listen. I can't remember you guys' names, but if you're listening, if you're watching, hey, you know, salute to y'all. We appreciate the conversation. Enjoyed ourselves.
Yes, indeed.
Great shirt.
I know. It was Marshall. Marshall was the guy's name.
Okay.
I can't remember his wife's name though.
Was it Penny?
No, it wasn't Penny. Marshall and your wife, man. Shout out to you.
Big shout out to them, man. Like I said,
and your kids, man. You guys, you know, just from listening to y'all talk about your kids, you know, they sound real intelligent, and you know they're gonna do big things. So, yo, definitely,
without a doubt. It was cool, man. It was cool just talking to people, man. And it just proves, man, all this bullshit, man. We all from completely different backgrounds and shit, but we all got the same, you know, it's the same shit. We all got the same struggles in life. We all got the same situations going on, and just people at the end of the day, man. So
same desires, you know. You think, you know, they all got the same desires, the same hopes and, you know, dreams. You know, you wanna be able to have a family, raise a nice, healthy family, you know, in a safe environment. You know what I mean? And, you know, just have a good time, grow old, and watch your grandkids run around.
Exactly.
We all want the same thing. You know, doesn't matter what you look like, where you from, backgrounds, nothing like that.
Absolutely. I had the same feeling because when when you and your cousin was talking to the couple, Prez, and another conversation, I was in another conversation with an older man with his son who I had seen the night before, while I was enjoying my nightcap outside. So they had, you know, talking to me about, it's funny, okay, they were talking about everything that happened in their Friday night at the Grateful Dead concert.
Okay.
They were telling me mostly about everything like that. They were discussing the weather, not in the typical form of small chat, but the weather was a big, big part of
that weekend. That whole weekend.
Right.
Definitely.
Because I mean, the forecast before we even got there was basically saying it was going to rain throughout the entire weekend. Initially, it said that. Yeah. And it's going to rain all day Friday too, but it never rained on Friday at all.
Nah, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. So
So we was all kind of having, and then, you know, we get into Saturday, you know, but it started off real good, man. It started off real positive and shit.
Real positive.
It started off real positive with breakfast, right? Breakfast was a good
breakfast was dope, man. Dope. I mean, to the point where breakfast was over, everybody was going, and we still just sitting there talking with this couple and shit, man.
Yeah. 2 hours. Exactly, because
what's that?
My father said for me to come up, invited me upstairs, you know, for a beer and to smoke, you know. And I said, you know, I don't drink or smoke. So I went back to the room and, you know, got my mind right to handle to get ready. And y'all was still down there. Y'all were chatting for a while.
Yeah.
Until they said they're gonna have their kids listening to the podcast also. And you know, Lujo said that's not a good idea.
Nah, I don't think he said that.
No. I said, listen, you know, just to let y'all know, we have no filter. You know, parental advisory, you know, discretion is advised. You know what I'm saying? That's
Even though we've been clean.
They grown. They know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that.
Oh man. So then what's up, big recess? Your boy came through and shit, man. Before we headed to the concert, right?
Just my boy, your boy too. You know
what I'm saying, man.
20 plus years.
Our peoples, man.
Oh boy, Nathaniel, Nate the Great. He passed through. Definitely, he came through. He was not able to make Friday night, but he shipped out like a true Marine he is Saturday morning. and shotgunned it straight to Philly. You know what I'm saying? Made it there to the event before we did. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you know,
Yeah. You scoped it out, right?
Scoped it
Did a
out.
little recon.
Recon mission, you know, just like you and him would probably do. If that was you, you probably, or if you were with him, you know, probably go do the recon mission.
That's right. That's right.
Came back, told us what was going on.
Right.
And I'm gonna set it off, D.
Set it off. I'm waiting.
The most epic, actually, of one thing for sure is that none of us had pictures with any performers except the one and only Big Lou Hall of Fame.
Big Lou Hall.
To make up for the fact that Rhapsody set time was 2 p.m. and we got there at 2:30.
I know. This is somebody that Lou Hall's been shouting this young lady out literally since episode, I think it was 2 or 3. He shouted her out and shit.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He foreseen her success that last year.
Right.
Facts.
Yeah, man. I've just been a fan of Rhapsody, you know what I'm saying, ever since I was first put on to her when she actually did a show here in Columbia, South Carolina. And ever since then I've been following her and listening to her music. You know what I'm saying, and just watching how she's grown as not just a beautiful woman, but as an MC, you know what I'm saying, out here in this male predominant, you know what I'm saying, atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? In every track that she gets on, she holds her own. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's so dope about it. So like I don't even say female MC, I always say an MC.
MC. That's
exactly. You know what I'm saying? And she just ill, man. She ill with the pen game, ill with the rhymes, the bars. But it was definitely a pleasure to get a chance to have that photo op, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that I would cherish, that I'm gonna cherish. You know what I'm saying? Just that opportunity just to say, hey, I'm a fan of your music, and just nothing but positive vibes. And she's real down to earth. Real down to earth.
Yeah. You're welcome, nigga.
Yeah. I will say, you know what I'm saying? Shout to Prez, you know what I'm saying? He stepped up and set that up, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout to Prez on that one.
See, I ain't gonna front. See, Prez is the only reason I ever got a picture with John Stark. He did the same exact thing to me when we was in Dallas and shit. But that's John Starks. He did the same because I was like, nah, I ain't gonna go bother. He's like, man, come on, man, let's go, man. It's like, all right, let's go, yeah. Big shout out to Prez. Put that battery in our backs and shit, man.
Exactly.
and damn it, Recess, when we meet SpongeBob, I'm gonna do the same thing to you.
I thought he was SpongeBob and shit, yeah.
Nah, he plays SpongeBob. He played. When we see the real SpongeBob, I'm gonna grab you by the hand and I'm gonna walk you over there so you can meet him.
No, I know who Recess motherfucker. We might start crying and shit. We'll talk about it later and shit. This motherfucker's in love with this dude, man. But so that was when we first got there. So they had Rhapsody was talking with Angela Rye. Was that when we first got there?
Yeah, she was talking to Angela Rye.
Angela Rye, right? Okay. And then from there, what was the first musical set that we got a chance to see?
Prez's favorite artist to see was Gold Link.
You wild.
Yeah, Gold Link was performing and shit, right?
You wild.
Again. Ooh,
I mean, you know, honestly, the dude was okay.
Oh, he got a good set.
Yeah,
He got one song.
Yeah, but remember he was doing like other people's shit, and the dude was all right. It was okay. I wasn't offended at all. He was kind of dope.
Gold Link got one song. Audio 2 got more than one song.
Prez still ain't improved that shit.
Audio 2 do have 2 songs.
What's the second song?
It's Top Billing, and then I forget the other one.
Well, we gonna think anything is going on. Get the money.
I forget the other one, but they do have 2 songs.
No, they don't. But anyway, man. So our whole purpose now they were on what's that Lou Hall? The North Stage? That was the North Stage?
Yeah, that was the North Stage.
Okay, Golding was on the North Stage. And then but our main reason for going over there was for the next act, right? Which is at 4:30.
Exactly.
And that was the DJ? That was the DJ. No, what was that?
That was the mixtape.
Mixtape. Black Thought and J. Period.
Yep.
J. Period.
Okay. So let's get into that, man.
Yo.
First of all, we got the good spots because we waited till Go Link was done. Everybody started leaving, and then we started moving up to the fucking front of the stage and shit for the next act, man.
Yes. We made our way. You know, we kind of like allowed those people who I guess didn't want to see the mixtape, the live mixtape, which is weird to me. You know what I'm saying? But let them leave. They cleared the area, so we just maneuvered our way right to the middle, right? It's like maybe we were like maybe 5 rows from the front. 5 or 6 rows from the front, and ended up waiting there and just chilled till you know they did their little sound check and got the stage set up. And you know we chopped it up. You know we was there. Was that when we met them dudes from
No Reggie?
Yeah, the No Reggie clip.
Yeah.
So we bumped heads. You know we chopped it up with them dudes. Took a couple pictures with them dudes, and it was that other dude I can't remember.
He had some radio show, some kind of wake up show.
He had that's right. He had a college radio show. Him and his homegirl had a college radio show. I don't remember the name. Was it Wake Up? I think it was Wake Up.
Something like that.
Yeah, something to that effect. I got to look in my phone. I ended up saving their info.
Okay.
Definitely want to hit them up, shout them out or whatever, show 100%. Some support.
Most definitely.
Just some cool ass, awesome, cool. Everybody in there, everybody in the whole fucking place. All the conversations we had with everybody was just cool, dope conversations and shit, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Organic. That's the main thing. Organic, because you know.
And
absolutely,
we were definitely rocking our We So Classic podcast shirts, which for me that was a fucking big shout out to Prez and shit. It came through with the shirts, man. That was
not only just the shirts, but the official. One of the hats that was made as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud. Absolutely.
shout out to Digital Solutions out of DC. My boy Daryl for hooking that up. You know, putting a rush on that job and sending that up.
Shout out to Daryl for real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, man. So we there. We chilling. We vibing. Everything is going good. And then, you know, all of a sudden, you know, they come out and they start. I guess the dude's name is Q DZ. I guess I think he's on Philly radio. He was the host for that particular set. And you know, he introduced the mighty Black Thought. You know, J. Period on the set.
Let's talk about Black Thought. Let's talk about what greatness that we saw. Like, you know what I'm saying? Black Thought did 2 freestyles. He did the one where he did the Funk Flex freestyle.
Yeah.
And then he did
no. He didn't do the Funk Flex freestyle until later on. He didn't do that until later on. Until the main.
I thought he started with the Funk Flex freestyle.
Oh no.
Not in the mixtape. He started
Dave Chappelle's set.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna get into that one. So he actually did another freestyle. And I mean, when this dude got on, like his stage performance, like everybody says he's like a machine. He didn't breathe. It's like he didn't take not one breath, and he just kept going on and on and on, like nonstop. Like to be able to have that type of delivery with no breath, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm sure he probably breathed, but you couldn't tell because he just kept going on.
Breath control, man.
That's how we looking at it. It's like a machine. I was like, this motherfucker's a machine. You know, he's a machine.
That's that breath control. I don't know if anybody else can do it as good as he can.
No,
I
think go to school for that.
What school did he go to?
No, in his performance arts school that he went to in Philly.
They taught him
breath control when you rhyme.
Yes.
Wow.
When you like a 10-minute rhyme.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Pun is the closest.
You know who's nice with it too? If you listen, if you listen, Method Man.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
When you listen to Method Man, he can spit his bars like kind of like continuously, effortlessly, and he knows where to throw those breaths. He those breaths in there. He does it pretty good. I noticed that a long time ago.
But this damn Black Thought though, man, the way he's so his stage presence, his presence just up there, his voice just booms. Just fucking boom. His voice is a fucking instrument and shit, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Man, oh man.
for sure.
So continue, man. Continue with that shit, man.
Man. So, you know what I'm saying? Black Thought, he got on. He did a couple of joints from his new EP mixtape that he came in Night 4.5. Streams of Thought that actually came out on Friday.
Streams of Thought, Volume 1.
Volume 1. So make sure y'all check that one out.
Literally came out the week before.
The week before, yeah, exactly.
It came out that Friday. Friday of the Roots Picnic. Yeah.
The same day we was traveling, right? Came out
Yeah.
It came out that same day?
Yeah.
It came out that same day.
It did. You're right.
So make sure y'all check that out, man. So he did a couple of joints. He had a special guest, two special guests actually, which he had Jadakiss come on.
3 special guests.
No, 3 was a surprise special guest.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If you want to be technical about it, he had 2 special guests that was advertised, and he had one that was a surprise. Yeah.
So the first one he brought out was Jadakiss. And Jadakiss did, you know what I'm saying, a couple of his joints, like he did the All About the Benjamins, his verse. And then at that point, once he did his verse, Black Thought came on and spit some other shit. And I mean, it was just like
over the beat
over the same beat.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Over the beat that switched up to in Biggie's verse.
Exactly. And then so they did a couple of joints, then turn around, and you know what? I'm sorry, I forgot. The first joint that Jadakiss did was that They Shooting Major Look
remix, right? His verse.
So he did that, and then Black Thought came on and demolished it once again.
Black Thought is moving up, man. He's moving up on my list and shit, man.
He should have been on the list.
When I said he's moving up on the list, so of course he's on the list. He's moving up though. He's moving up and shit.
That's what's up.
And then then he turns around, brings out Fab.
Crowd went bananas. Well, crowd went bananas when Jada came out. Crowd went bananas when Fab came out too. Crowd went bananas, man.
Straight bananas. So brought Fab out. Fab did a couple of joints and did the same thing.
Set it up with that breathe. 1 and 2. 2 into the 3. 3 into the 4. They gotta breathe.
Those songs hit so hard, man. What's that? Just Blaze?
Yeah, that was Just Blaze.
Man, those songs hit hard, yo.
And just being like at the front and the way the speakers were set up, you could feel like the wind from the speakers from the subwoofer just come off, just like whoosh. You know what I'm saying? Slap you right in the face. So then, after he did that, then Black Thought went ahead and did another joint, which is off the album. And with that joint, it's called Making of a Murderer. So you can't do his joint Making of a Murderer without having the special guest, the special guest we didn't know about, Styles P.
The Ghost.
The Ghost. So Styles P comes out. He does, and basically the microphone was messed up. So Styles ain't even do his actual verse.
I forgot about this part, yo.
Yeah.
Styles didn't even do his actual verse from the song. He went and freestyled off the top of the head. His was like straight off the top of the head.
And you can tell when somebody's really freestyling and shit, man.
Exactly. It wasn't written. It was straight off the top. So did that. Then all of a sudden, Jada did We Gonna Make It. And then they said, you know what? Can we do a couple of songs from the album? So they did the what's that? What's the name of the album? The I keep wanting to say Nightmare on Elm Street, but I forgot.
Freddy versus Jason.
Freddy versus Jason.
Yo, you're getting ahead of yourself just a little bit, because when you said Styles P came out,
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Recess?
My fault.
You know, for those who enjoy recreationally, you know, there is an anthem that Styles P has made.
Mm.
And it goes down, you know, along with I Got Five on it. You know, I mean, it goes down in history. When he did that, oh my God, the whole venue smelled funny.
Oh my
Afterwards,
God. I
man.
heard some people was definitely in there smoke. Well, that's what I heard, man. I heard that shit, yeah.
You smelt it. It was crazy.
Kind of, sort of.
You know, the anthem definitely brought out a different.
Every day.
All the time.
Crazy.
Yeah, and so let me just say this part, Luho, when Fab said, "Can we do some joints off the Freddie versus Jason?"
Mm.
I was like, "Yeah." So that intro came in. Oh man. Not to you already know if the intro is probably one of the toughest joints on the
album. Yes.
So the intro bangs. There's something about that music when it's so loud and it's so real. Like you right there, like Prez says, we five. If it was equivalent of 5 people in front of us, like we're looking at them, and mind you, we on like 100-foot, high, 300-foot wide, tent on top of us.
Right.
But the tent on the stage is about, let's say, 50 feet lower, right? So you can see the weather, you can see the trees and the skyline behind the stage on both sides. Lord Jesus Christ, Allah, whoever Buddha, whoever you praise, my niggas, whoever. When Fab finished his verse and Jada's part was about to begin in the intro, and you hear the skies opened up and it started raining.
Yes.
Jada started his verse and you see the rain pouring over them.
Crazy.
As Jada Kiss started his verse.
Yeah.
It was dope. It was
You
dope.
running, I'm walking, I still catch you. Yo, for those who know the verse, of course, I was out there. You know what I'm saying? Flan, hit you with something straight out the toolbox. Somebody on hot on the news, I make the news hot. Ridiculous.
Yeah. That's a crazy line too.
The skies opened up, Luho.
Yes, they did.
Unbelievable.
Yes, they did.
All right, now fill them in because a lot happened before the skies opened up again.
Oh, yes.
But it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Let's go.
All right. So after that, you know what I'm saying, that performance we was just in a state of shock. We was like, we actually
state of shock.
So, you know what I'm saying? After that, the next thing we went to the podcast table.
We went to the food truck first. What you talking about?
Yeah, we ain't gotta know. We went to go eat and shit.
We had to eat. Everybody know you gotta eat.
Yeah, but where were we?
We was in Philly, baby.
Okay. And what did you eat from the food truck, Luho?
I had a Philly cheesesteak. You know what I'm saying? What'd you have, D?
It was supposed to be a Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah, he thought it was a Philly cheesesteak.
and I was too out of it to fucking go and complain and shit. So they got me a goddamn sausage instead of shit. I was too caught up in the moment.
So the next thing we did, we went to the podcast,
which was directly right behind the stage area that we was just on. It was like literally right behind it. So you can still hear what's going on either side.
If you turn to your right, you stare right down the middle of that stage, of the main stage.
Exactly.
So, in that same area that we was in before with the Jadakiss concert, DJ Drama was set to go up next.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying. But we was actually going to the podcast table,
right? So we left. So we left early. So we left our goods. We had good spots. We would have had probably even better spots for DJ Drama because we could have probably moved all the way up to the front. But we decided to go to the podcast stage.
Right.
And we went to check out my man Nori on the Drink Champs podcast.
Nori and DJ EFN. I'm not.
Yeah, we got a shot.
Yeah, man, he don't get no props, man. He be so quiet and shit, man. Big shout out to EFN. I'm pretty sure he's probably his whole fucking brainchild and shit. The whole damn show. Nobody ever acknowledge him. Even the guests will be acknowledging him half the fucking time and shit.
So he's not the personality, man. He's not the one that the people really there to talk to.
He put that shit together too. Big shout out to DJ EFN,
yeah, absolutely.
He's like a cool dude too.
So like the significance of being at this particular one is they had it's basically it's like silent listening, silent radio, where they broadcast through the headphones, like they give you special headphones, and they broadcast to where you can only hear them through the headphones.
Right.
Now, before that show started, DJ Drama took the stage. So we was able in an area. I remember we're in that same area, so we can see what's going on stage. So Drama gets on, he starts, saying mixing, and he's like, my first mix, starts talking about the first mixtape he did, first Gangsta Grills mixtape. Then he said one of his favorite ones was that Meek Mill. Now I'm thinking Meek Mill is gonna come out, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying? So come to find out, Meek Mill was actually at the Governor's Ball in New York. Yeah, so we missed out on that. So he plays a couple of songs.
That's weird.
He plays some songs off that Dream Chasers mixtape, which had House Party, which that was a joint then. Did the House Party. So then he says, you know what? I can't do anything unless I come and bring the real, a real Philly legend to the stage. So when he brings the guy to the stage, is none other than Freeway. Freeway. And then they bang the joint, What We Do Is Wrong. Still hustle till the sun come up.
So you got to paint this picture, man. So we in a whole different section, a whole different area, and everybody in our area is jumping up and down just like we was right in front of that shit, man.
Isn't that crazy?
Crazy.
Exactly. Still hustle till the sun come up.
Crack a 40 when the sun goes down. It's a hard winter. Y'all niggas better bundle up.
Yo. When I tell you he did that joint, that was crazy. The whole crowd went crazy. So then after he does that, he says, I'm gonna bring somebody else to the stage. So all of a sudden you hear Can't Stop, Won't Stop, Rockefeller Records, and we get down, baby. We get down. So ain't nothing but Young Chris of the Young Gunners on stage doing that joint. So then after that, you know what I'm saying, he said, I'm gonna bring another one of my friends to the stage. Y'all show him a lot of love in Philly. All of a sudden, T.I. comes out. Yo, T.I. ripped the stage.
And now at this point in time, J Chance is supposed to start at 6:45. It's like 6:50. I said they not starting this shit while T.I.'s up here.
Nah, they definitely wasn't.
That was the first dude. That was the first dude that he pretty much broke his whole mixtape, his Gangsta Grills mixtape series with.
Yep.
That's what's up.
That was the first dude that he rocked with. So that was cool. He came out and did his thing, man. He rocked it.
Yeah. So then after that,
well, everybody from the podcast stage, audience and participants were on the side watching.
Everybody stopped. Everybody stopped. Even the people that was setting up everybody stopped.
Everybody, yes, was watching T.I. Come on now.
Yeah.
Everybody.
What I like is that even when he introduced them, you heard off the bat, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out.
It's hard
bring
to
them out. And then all you heard over the speakers was, I could do this all night, homie. That's what I remember. I got hits, homie.
T.I. destroyed that shit, man.
Word up.
Yeah,
I was
man.
when,
You talking about a major. That nigga is an A+ artist, man. That's a surprise. An A+ artist. That's a surprise, yo.
No,
Yeah, superstar.
After 5, 6, I think he did like 6. Then he said, "I can't leave without doing this one." And the Rihanna shit drops. Wanna be a shot. I look around, the girls are crying. I see girls to my left crying.
They weren't crying. What are you talking about?
He trying to make it sound good.
Trying to make it sound
Recess
better.
was crying in a couple of minutes after that. He was crying and shit, but that's a whole nother story.
Prez, how would you know? You and Nate were in front of us, facing the stage. You wouldn't know what was going on behind y'all.
Man, listen, it wasn't no girls crying. Crying for what? Crying for what?
Crying for what? But T.I. destroyed that shit, man. Freeway to shut it down. T.I. shut it down. Just dope. Just dope, man. So far, our whole day so far is just crazy, man. Just crazy. How we go right? We go right from seeing Black Thought, Jadakiss, Styles, and Fabulous right to fucking Freeway. T.I. Damn.
Yeah. Good days, man. It was good
And then we got there for Recess's main event. The main reason Recess was even at this whole went. What happened then, Recess?
Fanboy. What happened, fanboy?
I love you. You gotta relax. You gotta relax. Make some noise.
Tiger Bone. Tiger Bone. Tiger Bone. Oh man, go ahead, man. Go ahead, get into
brother.
it.
What's up, man?
You know what it was? The #1 hip hop podcast in the world, Drink Champs, with your boy Noriega, featuring DJ EFN. Of course, when T.I. was rocking, they all went to the side. The stage was set up. The banner was the table, classic. Looking like a Manhattan skyline of bottles on the table. And then when it's time to start, it came out. Everybody came out one by one. DC Twin came out. DC Twin. One by one. People for the podcast that you recognize. Chain Bang. Everybody just coming out. All the production staff. Gilly the Kid then comes to the front of the stage. Everybody recognizes already who this Philly legend is. He sits down. Kid Capri comes from behind. Everybody knows, of course, the legendary Kid Capri. He takes a seat. Joe Torre does not get a seat. He walks up, but Capone, he goes to the other side. He knows he's good. And the gentleman to the left of Capone, right to our exact right, the one and only Ninth Wonder.
Yeah.
I forgot Ninth Wonder came up there. I totally forgot. Damn.
Yeah.
Nori grabs the mic. Yo, he was so hyped, introducing everybody. He even said it after he just, I'm not even going to sit down. I'm just going to stand right here. I'm just going to stand and ask the questions.
Hey, Recess, now, is this at the point where you just totally fanboyed out? You can admit that, right?
I was just enjoying the show, man.
You was doing more than enjoying the show. You was doing more than enjoying the show.
One of the most incredible characters in hip hop. Come on, man.
You was like, oh my god! I never seen you looking like that as somebody, man.
I was just listening. He is a MC, a master of ceremonies, and he was up there. And first thing he did, of course, is do his recklessness, asking Joe Torre, "How did Janet Jackson smell? How did it? Is it like mango? Is that like strawberries?" And Joe Torre said, "I don't know." And Nori cuts him off. "How did her pussy taste?" What? He's like, "Whoa." He said, "Did I go too far? Did I go too far?" Off the bat, he talks to Gilly the Kid, asks Gilly the Kid, a few questions, asked him for his take on the Meek Mill, the Pusha T and Drake beef.
Right.
So most of the conversation went to that. Spoke to Kid Capri, the legendary DJ was, they were reminiscing on some of the things they did back in the day. Then Ninth Wonder, they were talking about the Streams of Thought LP with Ninth Wonder. Capone one of the darkest skinned niggas up there defended the light skinned niggas with the Drake and Pusha T. I wanted to throw that in there before. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that.
Mhm.
They were talking. Don't forget, they was talking about the whole Q-Tip episode about them not getting nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah.
They was asking Ninth Wonder because everybody had the impression that he was a voter, and like he said, he was like, it wasn't. What did he say? He said he didn't.
He's not part of the council.
Not part of the committee. He's not part of the committee.
But he did. Yes, you can vote. He did vote.
But he did tell Q-Tip that he should, in order to fix the issues, you need to fix it from within. You know, paraphrasing what he was saying, you can't really fix it from the outside. You need to fix it from within. Remember?
Yes,
I do remember. He brought that
I took it. You know, I took it. Ninth Wonder. I know. I was taking it as infiltration. You know what I'm saying? Like what I talk about sometimes. You know, when any process that contains our intellectual property, when it's being judged for accolades, I do believe that we should be part of the judging process for any intellectual property that's been put up for accolades, because it's us. Why we're not part of the actual committee that judges on what awards we give ourselves?
Yeah,
I don't get it.
True.
I don't get it. There's less peers in hip hop and in most of these committees, period. And that's just the system that we spoke about it a few weeks ago on I think it was episode 98. Yeah, we spoke about that. It is what it is. But they did bring that up, right, Prez? You're absolutely right. They did bring that up. And then Nori recollected on his story with Kid Capri about eating ass. Yes, and
this is a kid-friendly show. All right, let's leave it at that.
But I don't think that at that point in time we had left, right, Prez?
Yeah, so it came to the point where we had to go to another stage if we wanted to see Dipset. Right. We were all talking about, okay, Dipset is about to perform. But we would have to leave now in order to get a good, spot in front of the stage.
Yes.
So 3 out of the 4, or I should say 4 out of the 5 of us wanted to go. One person decided they wanted to stay.
No way this one person was ever going to leave Nori's side. No way in hell he was going to leave Nori. No way in hell.
I'm not naming any names.
Not naming any names. No way in hell this guy was going to leave Nori. We was like, let's go. He said, nah, man, you got to relax. I'm not going nowhere.
Not naming no names, but it's a special place you go when you're in kindergarten.
But we left whatever and made our way to the other stage. It was mad people over there already. So we found our way, finagled our way to as close as we can get, and we chilling, we waiting or whatever. And then all of a sudden, they start the show, and your boy Cam comes out.
Hold on. But before the show even started, these motherfuckers started on the side and shit, climbing up on the damn thing.
Climbing on the damn what do you call them things there? The semi trucks.
Semi trucks.
Yeah.
So they had like semi trucks like kind of together. So one dude goes up, then another dude goes up. People like, woo!
Yeah, and that was it. It was a chain reaction after that.
God, yo.
Next thing you know, it was a good. How many people you think was up there? 25?
25 people up there.
25 people.
They was going crazy. Everybody was going up there. Big girls, big dudes, people pants falling down. Then the girls get up there, they start twerking when they get up to the top of the thing and shit. It was crazy.
It was
that one white guy,
he took his shirt off, of course, and shit.
Took his shirt off. He was chilling there. He was up there doing his thing. And then, so then the show started or whatever. Cam comes out. Him and Freaky Z comes out. I didn't even realize that was Freaky Z because I never saw him without hair. The dude, he chopped his hair off or whatever. So he comes out, and I'm like, the vibe is like kind of whack. You know, it was kind of
really
boring.
was. It really was. Really
You
was.
know?
Cam didn't have no energy. Freaky didn't really have no energy, and the crowd didn't have no damn energy really.
Crowd didn't have no energy,
And they had him on a little shitty stage, tucked away in the corner.
It was a small little stage, yo.
Yeah.
I think. So we ended up staying. How long would you say? Like maybe 15 minutes.
15. I was like
About
15
minutes.
15 minutes. Yeah.
We was like, yo, I'm done, son. I'm like, I don't even see no more of this. But so apparently, Jim Jones was there.
Really?
I don't know if he was running late. Yeah, he was there because I remember seeing pictures. They had pictures later on and shit. So either he was late or maybe they tried to like stagger they staggered the two of them coming out. That shit was a wash. They should have came out together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think, but Jewel's obviously due to his legal issues that he's having right now.
Mockery.
He wasn't able to make it out, you know, to the Philly joint. I think it would have been a whole different vibe if all four of them were there, all four of them came out. Mm-hmm. It would have been a totally different ball game.
Yeah, because you know they there was one joint that they did, which was that Certified Gangster. So as soon as they played that joint, I'm thinking, okay, Jones about to come out,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Do he got the first verse? Nope. No, he got the second verse. Game got the first one. So I'm thinking, Jones about to come out, and all of a sudden they flipped the camera on. So I'm like, like it was backwards.
And it was awkward. It was awkward. Cam looked mad awkward and shit.
Yep.
Something weird. Something weird was going on.
It didn't look like, they I don't know. Like I said, maybe the dude was just running late and they figured, we can't wait for him to start. We got to start. Right. And that right there can throw the whole set. Like, because if you already have a set list where the song that you're going to do has Jim Jones, but he's not there, then you got to rearrange the shit, So, but we left. We ended up, bouncing. We were like, we had enough of this shit. But that, hoping to see if we could catch the rest of the Drink Champs set podcast. But, they were done, wrapped it up or whatever. So we just linked up with that person who shall remain nameless, who didn't join us for the Dipset show.
Wild it out.
He was in a state of euphoria. It was like, oh my God.
He's like, I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe I'm here.
Elementary school playground.
Nori was amazing. He's my leader. He's the leader.
Oh man,
fanboy.
There's a certain person, not me, not you, not Prez. It's this certain individual, what's fanboying out for Nori. But one of the hosts from your favorite podcast, from the guy that you fanboy out for, Joe Budden, his co-host was there. What's his name? Rory?
Yeah, Rory.
He was kind of fanboying out for Rory and shit, yo.
Nah,
who the hell is this guy?
This is what I said. I said maybe I should have went over there and spoke to him so we can poly a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We got our We So Classic gear on. We got the t-shirt, got the hat on. And definitely had to sit down and poly with him. I mean, right now they got one of the hottest podcasts or music, hip hop type podcast out now. So I'm like, all right,
Is Joe Budden podcast hotter than Nori podcast?
I said one of them. I didn't say
no. I'm asking you a question. Is it better? I'm not even talking about numbers. I'm talking about is Joe Budden podcast better than Nori's podcast?
Let's see. How can I say this? When it's a sober podcast, Nori.
Okay.
But when it's not a sober podcast, Budden.
Okay.
Yo, I think you are fucking tripping on that.
Fucking nerve. He struck a nerve. He struck a nerve.
I don't think it's even close. I'm sorry. I don't even think it's even close. First of all, Nori's character alone, but he brings a legendary hip hop artist every week. Someone that when they tell one story, two stories, three stories, after the first few, it's already worth the chiming in, the tuning in. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, it's not even close.
Hey, you might want to use that napkin and clear off that white that's around your lips right now. You know what I'm saying?
Lord have mercy. Woo.
It's oozing right now.
Oh my God. So like you said, Prez, so we got back over there. We got back over there. Glory podcast is done. So we could see the other the stage where they're gonna do the final performance. Who was on there? Gold Lane?
No, Black.
Black.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was on there, I think, getting ready to wrap up his show, his set or whatever. And again, we waited until the people were going to clear out, right? We wanted to wait until the people were going to clear out before we make our way over to the main stage for the main event.
Now we trying to figure out all day because we heard, you know, probably the day before about the Dave Chappelle. They're gonna take everybody's cell phones, you know, that's in the area, everybody's cell phones. So we trying to figure out like how they gonna do this shit. How they gonna take everybody's cell phone? What are they supposed to do? Because we all went to the juke joint where they took our phones and put them in the bag, but that was before we even got on the bus. But now this kind of venue, we already here. We all already, especially in the air stage area. How they gonna take our phones? We already there and shit. So we trying to figure that shit out.
It wasn't happening. It wasn't happening.
So as the people started clearing out, we go back inside. We go back inside and shit, and trying to get as close as possible.
Exactly.
And it started to just wait and shit. You know what I mean? Figure we're gonna get in there and wait till the show started, get a good view of the stage and all that.
Now, mind you, at that particular point, we had been there since about 2:30.
Right.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's maybe about like 8:15, 8:30 almost.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, from that time to that time, how many hours is that?
It's like 6.
Almost 6 hours, bro.
6 hours. 6 hours of constant walking. 6 hours of constantly on our feet, right? Because you know, we no young dudes anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
Yeah. So, you know, after all that time of being on our feet, you know, we was like, all right, we're gonna move up. But since our feet was hurting so bad, one of us was in a little bit more pain than the other. So they had to stay behind and couldn't walk with us.
Right.
So two of them. So what was, before we get into our experience, Recess, what was your experience back there when you couldn't come up to the front with us?
Well, I was enjoying the smell of the venue. I was right next to the food trucks. You know, I was enjoying the interaction with the people, man.
No doubt.
So you stayed there. You basically just watched the whole drink champs set break it down. You were just watching the whole thing break down.
Yeah,
like piece by piece,
little by little.
You were just like watching it, just like wow. Oh man, look, they moving the bottles down. Wow.
I was definitely thirsty. And it so happened right at that point that one of the vendors, you know, with the big ass cooler on top of his head, yelling "Cold beer, cold beer!"
Came through.
Yeah, of course I don't drink, so I had, you know, gotten 2 big bottles of water, and I definitely kept myself hydrated for the soon thereafter set of, you know.
Yeah, all right.
So I mean, off the bat, y'all was waiting. It seemed like from 8:30 to 9:10, almost like 35-40 minutes for them to come out, because I think the set time was 9 p.m. So they were like 10 minutes late, I guess.
No, set time was 9:15. They didn't really come. I guess it must have been like 9:25.
So they came out right.
They came out
9:25?
about 10 minutes late. Yeah.
10 minutes late.
Okay. And off the bat was, you know, Black Thought from the legendary Roots crew. Sets it off with the freestyle from Funkmaster Flex. As soon as he said, "I'm sorry for your loss, there's a body dead in the car and it's probably one of y'all's," I already knew.
Big shout out to the dude next to me. The dude next to that knew every single word and shit.
That was crazy.
Single word.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Big shout out to that dude.
So So okay, before you even go any further, let's jump to our experience at the front because we're gonna switch back to you in a second. But let's switch. Let's switch.
No, you did ask me how my experiences was in the front. You sounded mad salty, Lou Hall, that you know I couldn't make it nowhere. You know what I mean? I was stationary. You know what I mean? I was doing my damn thing. My Achilles heel was not operating with me right then and there. You know what I'm saying? The barricade served as my crutch. You know what I mean? So that's what happened with me. And I found 2 bottles of water. I started smelling the venue. I was next to the food trucks and I started feeling better. Now let's go to your experiences in the front.
Damn, you sleep monster. By the way, go ahead, man.
Don't let him get you, D. Don't let him get you.
He in the building, man. I ain't coming down the stairs and shit. All right, keep away. Good.
All right, so Prez, go ahead and detail the next happenings.
Well, yeah. Well, like you said, you started talking about Black Thought. He came on there. Well, Dave Chappelle actually came on there. He introduced them. Came out with what do you call them? 24-inch pythons and shit. Yo, every time I see this dude, I'm like, yo, this can't be the same guy. This can't be the same guy. It's like,
24-inch python. You know that's a whole what's his face reference, right? Hogan, right?
Hulk Hogan reference.
Cracker ass cracker.
You the one referencing Hulk Hogan and shit.
I know. I just set it up and you fell for it. I just want to say fuck that cracker ass cracker.
I would like to. This is the portion I would like to invite our Caucasian members of the We So Classic tribe to understand that we simply mean Ritz and multi-grain.
The views expressed on this podcast.
But just give some content. The reason why I refer to him like that is because of how he referred to the race of the young man that was dating his daughter and how opposed he was to that young man. So I just feel like that's just a natural reaction that comes out of me when I hear those type of things. So no offense to anyone else. However, fuck that motherfucking cracker Hulk Hogan.
Stupid. Anyway,
look at here, brother.
Anyway,
we ain't going there yet. Big shout out to Dasha Polanco, by the way, live right now. Anyway, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Dasha.
We'll be occupied.
So he comes out. Dave Chappelle comes out. He greets the crowd. Introduces he talks about Philly winning the Super Bowl and all this and all that, and then he was like, introducing lead member of the legendary Roots crew, Black Thought. Black Thought comes out and, like LJ was saying, commences to go into this freestyle that just seems like it goes on forever. And it was just the delivery, the stage presence, the breath control, the bars. He's like the type of MC's MC. It's like he definitely gets on there and he represents. And literally for like a good 10 minutes, just nonstop. He did have to catch a little breath, if you noticed towards the end. And then I think that the band, they kind of like flipped the fucking music a little bit. It was like they kind of like switched up the music, took a little break, came back and went in again.
Twice. And the last time was interestingly enough for one of the most craziest metaphor and use of words when he said being this excellency is to be exhausting. You in the residency of the one they call King Dottie, Alibaba, the talented Mr. Trotter, inside of a right palm, the mark of the stick, Mata, Big Papa, Wig Chopper, Emperor, Jaffa, motherfucker. I'm hotter than the coffee out of Kappa. When he went into that shit, that's when he stopped. Because remember when he started back up? Right, when he started back up, when he said, a vagina hot, remind me of a kind of pop. I step in the booth, I'm a bull inside a China shop, Molly Whopper, watching other big body drop. that's when he paused, and then that's when the band switched it up after that. Because he had done a cappella and they switched it up. Yo, the whole performance was crazy. And that young man that was next to you, Luho, ain't the only one that knows that freestyle.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I should have been there then, man. Y'all could have went bar for bar. I could have traded verses.
All right.
Yeah,
So
but, then he did, he did his freestyle, did the set or whatever. Dave Chappelle came back out, and while he was doing his freestyle, it started raining. Not just raining, but it started pouring down.
See, luckily we were underneath a tent, but we can see the rain coming. We can see it was like a monsoon coming off the top of the tank. We was like,
definitely,
damn.
like I explained during the Jada Kiss when he started his verse for the Freddie versus Jason versus Freddie intro. When you saw the rain behind them, mind you, we're separated from that tent where I'm at the podcast stage, and I'm watching this, and I'm saying it's a monsoon out there. You're starting to see trees move, and then I saw the lightning.
Yeah. So then they got the fucking instruments getting wet, keyboards getting wet, speakers, everything was getting wet. Obviously, it's electrical equipment that's on stage. So they had to stop the show, try to like clean up some of the water that was accumulating on the stage, and they was like, just give us a few minutes. We're gonna try to clean up this water, and then we're gonna come back. Now, was that before they were doing this before Dave Chappelle came out, or did they clean up and then Dave Chappelle came back out? Right, I think they started to clean up the water, and Dave Chappelle came back out.
Well, somebody else came out to perform. He started performing.
Right, but this was after they did the first attempt to clean the water up. Dave Chappelle came out and he was like, "Yo, I want to bring to the stage, MC out of Atlanta." And it was 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz.
Yeah.
Getting the crowd going crazy and shit. Crowd going crazy.
He came to the mic and said, "True."
So when they were probably telling him after he said true, it's like, yo, we gotta shut this shit down. And he said, what? Yo, we don't need no music. I don't need that. Y'all still want me to do this show? Crazy. Yeah. He said,
let's go.
If one more nigga try to stop me, there's gonna be some dreadhead niggas in the lobby. Woo, woo.
I don't have no problem with me. So that joint, he did that joint a cappella. No music.
The crowd did it. The crowd did that.
The crowd did it, sang along, whatever. And then they came back out again.
They cut his mic.
They was like, yeah. Yep, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to pause the show. We're gonna have to get some of this water up off the stage. Then they started coming out with the tarps. Now, tarps over the keyboards and the musicians' equipments and all that. Now, everybody left the stage, and they all left the stage.
And now, mind you, when that was happening, I knew what was going on because I had seen a similar situation when I went to this Lil Wayne concert here in Columbia, and when they were starting to, when they said he wasn't coming, they before he said they wasn't coming up, they were like unplugging stuff. They were, wrapping stuff up. So the same thing happened on stage where I started seeing them unplug stuff and wrap stuff up. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
flashbacks and shit.
Flashbacks.
Yeah, man.
Hold on, man. Yeah, I knew it was a wrap. After that, I knew it was a wrap.
But as far as Roots is concerned, Black Thought, Questlove, they definitely wanted to rock, but it became a safety hazard. With all the rain, dealing with all that electrical equipment, obviously they don't mix. And then you also had lightning within 5 miles, which is a big deal. You don't want to mess around and risk your safety for hours worth of music. So as much as much time, effort, money went into the concert, as many performers that were there, which we'll talk about in a second, that were there to perform. Live Nation, they pulled the plug. It was like they came back on a loudspeaker and they were like, due to the current weather, we're gonna have to stop the show. Please, exit the area. Please be, follow our security officers, yada yada yada. And everybody was just hot, It was, but it's understandable, man. It was a situation that
right.
You just had to make sure everybody got home safe. So we didn't actually get to see much of the main event. We got the little the Black Thought freestyle. You got a quick sight in the 2 Chainz, and then it was a wrap.
Quick sight in the 2 Chainz,
quick sight in the.
Like I said, 2 Chainz definitely wanted to perform, man. He definitely wanted to perform and shit,
Yeah, man. But now let's talk about the set list, the people that were supposed to be there.
After getting home, that Sunday night, late, 1:00 in the morning. I just happened to look online and saw that the set list had been released. And with that set list, man, let's see. You had first the way they had it set up was after 2 Chainz performed, then the Roots was gonna come back out. They was gonna do some of their hits. And then once that happened, then they was gonna introduce Common. Common was gonna come out, and he had a whole slew of hits that he was gonna do. Then after Common, they was gonna bring out Brandy. Brandy do all the hits. Now I remember the last song on there was Sitting Up in My Room. That was the last song. So then after that, they were gonna introduce MOP.
Now, how do you go from Brandy to MOP?
Beautifully. That's beautiful, because nobody was expecting it. Nobody would have expected it.
Not even a little bit. Nope.
MOP was gonna do a couple of hits, and then they were gonna do the Annie Up remix. And with that Annie Up remix, it was gonna feature Busta Rhymes. And then Busta was gonna come out and do a whole slew of hits.
Man, oh man!
Now, you called the Busta early when they was setting up the stage. You was like, oh, that's Busta's DJ.
Yeah.
Because I've seen him before. He DJs in a couple of spots around Brooklyn, and I remember he had played some Busta stuff early. That joint. What's that joint that Busta got the most recent single? But he did it in Jamaica. Some touch your toe, girlfriend. Girlfriend.
Yes, sir.
That joint with this dude Vibes. I heard that song probably 6 months before the fucking shit was even released, because his DJ was playing the shit. So in Brooklyn. Yeah. So I definitely knew that was him. So I was like, okay, Busta's here. He's gonna come through. They also had Common. Remember, Common was there too. Common had a good 5 or 6 songs that he was supposed to.
Luho mentioned him.
Yeah,
he did. Okay, my bad.
That's all right.
You're not giving us breaking news in this episode, nigga.
Who else? Was that it? Was that the whole set list?
Well, Prez, let's talk about what some of the rumblings of who might have came.
Oh, go ahead, speak on it, bro.
Chance the Rapper.
Okay, I heard that.
Lauryn Hill.
Yes, I heard that.
Yes, my God.
Erykah Badu.
Crazy.
Jill Scott.
Crazy.
Yeah, but
and you know what? To be honest, they probably would have had. It makes sense for Erykah Badu and Jill Scott, because in that that Root song, "You Got Me,"
You got me.
Yeah, exactly. And that makes sense. So they probably wasn't on that list, but that could have been them.
Yep, 100%. So at this point in time, it said the show didn't shut everything, and then they so we sat there for a good about 10 minutes, not really knowing what's going on. 10-15 minutes.
Standing.
And we just see the rain. It's pouring at this point. Now it's like a damn hurricane, yo. At this point in time, it's pouring.
Everybody that didn't buy ticket insurance is pissing in their pants.
And then they came on the mic. And they made the announcement.
Yeah. I wish Black Thought would have came out though. He should have like grabbed the mic and just been like, look, we're gonna have to end the show due to the weather. You know what I'm saying? We know you guys really wanted to rock with us, but you know, safety first. You know, I think it just would have been nice if he came out and did it instead of just some voice, random voice from the loudspeaker. Yeah.
They shut it down.
As the host, he probably we are expecting him to come out and advise the crowd, calm the crowd down. You know, like Prez said, that everything is safety first. Like I said, those who bought the ticket insurance, don't worry about it. And you know what I'm saying? And then lead everybody off. You know what I mean?
But luckily, everybody was cool. It was no drama. Everybody, I mean, people were pissed. People were upset. People were like, oh, man. But it was no issues. You know, everybody left in an orderly fashion. But it was fucking pouring down rain.
And they sent them out. They sent us out like sheep.
We had to walk 20 minutes just to get back in the pouring rain.
I thought it was much shorter than that.
It's about
15, 20 minutes.
15, 20 minutes. Well, yeah, especially with the rain. You know, the rain slowed us down. Rain definitely slowed us down a little bit. And yeah, man. So that was it. It was a wrap.
It was a wrap, bro.
It was a wrap. We still had a blast, man. You know, even though we didn't get to see the full final show, the final set list and everything, man, still had a hell of a time, yo.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hell of a time.
No doubt.
I'm saying that shit definitely. I mean, all them people when they came out, that would have put us that would have put that shit over the top. That would have put up. But I told y'all
we were already there 6.5 hours.
I know, but it's all good. We still got plenty of concerts and big moments, you know, to experience and shit going.
But you know what? The crazy thing is,
what's up?
The second time that we done got like soaking wet. And dealing with Dave Chappelle. Second time.
And this is Prez's third time getting soaking wet dealing with Dave Chappelle and shit.
Yeah, man.
Something about him.
Bring out the rain, man. For real. But it was cool still, though, man. Still had a good time, like you said.
Definitely,
Epic,
man.
Epic.
Definitely. And it's to the point in time, but now we talking, it's late at night. It's everybody's cold, wet. Took a shower. Prez, you know, I was like, I'm done, yo. I'm done. I had a good time. I can't do nothing else, man. No after parties, none of that shit. Me and Luho was like, you trying?
I was saying that at the beginning. I was like,
before the shit, he was like, you trying to go to after party? He was like, nope.
Yo,
it's all good, man. It's all good.
Go get something to eat and just chill.
Yo, my feet was hurting so bad to where when we got in the pouring down rain and that monsoon came on top of us, yo, the water in my shoes relieved some of the pain, and I was actually able to walk a little bit faster.
Yo. But it was cool. We just went back to the town, man, and just chilled out, got some food, and just hung out. All of us just hung out. That was pretty much it. I wrapped it up, man. And just get ready for the road trip back home Sunday and shit, man.
Which I'm still recovering from.
But overall,
he's a trooper.
Hell yeah.
Yo, for the people that live in DC, yo, why y'all got so much traffic, man?
Yo, that's by the way, on the reels, the real fuck DC traffic. But it wasn't just DC too. It was Maryland and Virginia also. To fuck the whole DMV traffic, man. So we got fucked up Friday afternoon, which is understandable. I mean, it's understandable. Come on, Sunday, really? We left at like 11 o'clock. We left at like 10:30 in the morning. Really? Traffic? Come on, man.
And didn't get back to North Carolina till when?
I don't even
Almost
remember what
9
time
o'clock.
it was. Almost 9 o'clock. Like, what the fuck is going on here, yo? This shit is,
Yo, I
shit is
lied to you
ridiculous.
not. When I was driving, coming back home, I was so tired.
You said you were swerving and shit.
Yo, I tell you, I want to say probably for about 30 minutes. I was 30 minutes away.
Uh-huh.
I was hurting so bad. I was like, pulling myself up in the front of the wheel, trying to look out, not swerving. It's like, roll the window up, turn the music up.
Oh my god, that shit is scary, right? That shit is so scary
Yes.
when you try to drive and you by yourself and you just dozing. That's like me right now trying to podcast and I'm dozing and shit, man. It's rough,
Sound
man.
like we about to put a bow on this one.
We best about to put a bow on this shit. But you know what? Like I said, overall, man, had an excellent time, man. Hanging with you brothers, man. We had a good time, man. It's so dope, man. We all of us just talking, man. We just had some deep fucking conversations too, man.
Oh, yeah.
Deep conversations about life and just everything, man.
Yeah.
So that was a good look at shit and talk about stuff we looking forward to in the future, man. You know, business wise and personal wise and leisure wise, just all of that good stuff, man. So.
And yo, we would be remiss by not saying, yo, shout out to Nate the Great, man,
Nate
for
the
joining
Great.
us, man, and yo, had a blast with you, brother.
Definitely, man. But that was it, man. Y'all got any final words on this weekend, man?
Epic.
Epic. Through the rain, sunshine, yo, it was epic.
Jada, Fab, Styles, T.I., Ailing Freeway. God bless him. Hope everything works out for him.
Word.
Yes, indeed.
Keep your head up, kid.
Nori bringing up Gilly, Kid Capri, who we missed because we were at the J Period live mixtape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bad on the promoters.
Man.
Put those two at the same time.
You know what I was thinking when we was just talking about it, how they had whoever Gold Link, and then right after Gold Link was the other thing. So I think that's how it should be anyway. You should have different crowds. So some people when some people finish, maybe everybody that saw the Gold Link, they don't want to see, Jada Kiss and shit. So they can go somewhere else and then the new people can move into that spot.
Yeah. I'm not against that, but you got those two are like staples, you know what I'm saying? You got
but I'm saying there's no way you should have Kid Capri at the same time as
Nah, not at all.
Definitely.
Oh,
Definitely.
and by the way, we didn't we wasn't interested in seeing this guy, but from my understanding from like the highlights like all over the internet, boy Lil Uzi, he killed it. They said he was like he was climbing up on top of the speakers and on top of the stage.
I thought you were talking about Rich the Kid.
I
you probably tried to kill that too.
That's what I was trying to like.
Talk about
The
that.
whole picnic was streaming live via closed circuit TV. So even as we were in the main stage waiting for Jada and Fab and the J Period mixtape on the big monitors on each side of the stage, we were watching the Rich the Kid and Famous Dex performance
From the next stage,
Yeah.
That was dope. That was dope.
I believe that this Rules Picnic will be there's some type of documentary or televised because there were links to all the live streams of the picnic this year.
Okay.
Well, hopefully they'll catch us in our
you got to.
So
We're right there.
classic
We're right there.
So, listen, if y'all see these documentaries and see all the videos, if you see We So Classic, yo, hey, that's us.
It's dope.
All right.
That's what's up, man. All right, my brothers. That's it. Wrap this episode up and shit. Definitely appreciate everybody for checking us out, man. Big shout out to SkyhawkRadioNC.com. So you can check this show out Tuesdays at 8 p.m. on Skyhawk Radio. You want to hit us up? Social media is at We So Classic Crew. That's on Instagram and Twitter. Email is WeSoClassic@gmail.com. You want to hit me up personally? It's at DJ Dee Dame on Instagram and Twitter. And my email is djdame@gmail.com.
All right, yo. It's a boy Prez, yo. Thanks for rocking with us. You can catch me on that Instagram and that Twitter. That's going to be REP1804. That's Rep 1804 on the Instagram and Twitter. Holla at your boy.
Yo, once again, it's your boy Lou Hall. You can always catch me on the Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. That's gonna be Lou Hall is IZ back BACK. Lou Hall is IZ back BACK. You can also hit me by email. That's gonna be louhall803 at yahoo.com. louhall803 at yahoo.com.
And it's your boy Recess. You can catch me on that Snapchat at Resuscitation, on that Twitter at Southside Recess. That's one word. And on your IG at GETDAFUCOUTAHERE. Get the fuck out of here.
Yes, sir. We're gonna get the fuck out of here. But Recess, if Nori is in the building, Recess is not getting the fuck out of there. He is not leaving. He is not leaving.
He's just gonna be yelling, "Tiger Bone!"
He ain't leaving. So get the fuck. That's what's up, man. Big shout out to Nori, man. Big shout
Jose
out to
Luis.
everybody, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, we out, y'all.
Ching Bing.
Yes, sir.
Peace. Like
You gotta relax.
Peace.
Oh my God. So fucking tired, yo.
You went to work today?
Hell yeah.
Oh shit.
I ain't get on till fucking almost 7:30 and shit, yeah.
Yo, I had a
Still
long
live.
day today too.
We still live.
Thanks. Peace.
Peace.